In the pre-dawn cold of December 15, 1890, a defining moment in the history of the American West unfolded along the Grand River on the Standing Rock Reservation. Indian police, acting under orders from U.S. authorities, approached the home of Hunkpapa Lakota leader Sitting Bull amid fears that he might support or inspire the growing ghost dance movement. The ghost dance swept across many Plains tribes in the late 1880s, offering a spiritual promise of restored lands, buffalo, and ancestral renewal. Federal officials, misunderstanding its religious nature, viewed it as a threat to reservation order. Sitting Bull, long and uncompromising defender of Lakota sovereignty, became a figure of suspicion, even though his involvement was more symbolic than organizational. Sitting Bull's influence was deep and enduring. As a young man, he earned respect for bravery and composure in battle. Over time, he became a Wakasawakan, a holy man, whose visions and counsel shaped tribal decisions. His prophecy before the Battle of the Little Bighorn in 1876, foretelling a great victory, cemented his status as a spiritual leader. His leadership continued long after Little Bighorn. Refusing to submit to U.S. demands, he led his people into exile in Canada after the battle, seeking to preserve Lakota independence. When forced to return in 1881, he remained a steadfast advocate at Standing Rock, opposing land allotment, resisting forced assimilation, and urging unity and self-reliance. His calm but unyielding presence made him a symbol of Lakota identity, and therefore a potential rallying point for ghost dance believers. As officers attempted to arrest him, a crowd gathered, tensions flared, and gunfire erupted. Sitting Bull was killed alongside several followers, including his son, Crowfoot. The brief clash left more than a dozen dead and sent shockwaves across the plains. Sitting Bull's death marked the collapse of the final major resistance to U.S. expansion on the northern plains. It also triggered a chain of panic and displacement that culminated 2 weeks later in the Wounded Knee Massacre, the event that ended the Indian Wars and ushered in a new era of federal domination over Native life. In life, Sitting Bull had been a visionary, statesman, and spiritual anchor, respected for guiding the coalition that triumphed at Little Bighorn and for defending Lakota autonomy in the difficult years that followed. His death silenced one of the most influential indigenous voices of the 19th century and marked a turning point in the history of the American West. Sitting Bull's legacy endures as a symbol of courage, cultural survival, and unbroken indigenous identity.